How do you make a boring, basic GoHighLevel quiz look premium? That's what we are going to go over here in this video. My name is Connor Callahan. I am the creator of PrettyQuizCodes. If you are interested in getting premium quizzes just that you can immediately create, then I recommend that you head over and grab those. Also, if you're one of the first 150 people to get a quiz or to purchase the PrettyQuizCodes package, then you are going to get a custom CSS quiz designed by yours truly, delivered in 48 hours. Okay, I want to show you exactly how we are going to design that premium quiz code for your quiz itself. And I am going to be using PrettyQuizCodes. Just the caveat, because it is so fast. It makes it so easy. So if that's not something that you're interested in, I completely understand. I just wanted to give you that information now. But I'm also going to be explaining to you what PrettyQuizCodes is doing. So that way, if that's something that you wanted to try to do yourself and do on the back end, you're more than welcome to give it a try. So what do we need to do? Right now, we are in automations, but what I need to do is go over to sites. And so once we get into sites, we're going to go over to quizzes. And I'm going to move my face now. And we are going to add a new quiz, start from scratch, and we are going to create. So this is going to bring up the quiz builder. You can rename it. I'm going to name this Premium Quiz Design. It's all we're going to name it here today in this little test. And so we're going to add multiple choice on this first question. Now, there's tons of information that I could give you about building all of these out, and it is really valuable to have. But I'm going to skip that because by the end of this, all I want is for you to see how quick and easy it is to make it premium. There are other things. There are tons of videos on this channel explaining the ins and outs of every step. So if you want, check out a few of those videos on the channel. If you have specific questions about things that I am doing or that I'm skipping in this video. But we are going to create page 1 with this multiple choice. I am going to add a fourth drop down just in case if I want to make one that has something else on it. We are going to do a long answer question. That's fine. Let's do another one. Let's see. Let's do. What would I like to do here? Ooh, let's do a star rating. Okay. Oh, I need to add another page. So let me add the third. Did I do that incorrectly? I did. Let's see. So let's delete that. And then I want to add a star rating. So I had that correct the first time. Whenever you get in here, I haven't made a video about this. I'm going to make one later on. So I guess that's not really a big deal. But if you pick one of these other indicators, it'll still show up on your quiz within the custom CSS that you're designing. So nothing to worry about there. And then lastly, let's see. Let's do a file upload. And this is nice because you can ask people to submit something that maybe that you need, and then you can have them submit that for your quiz. Okay, last but not least, we are going to have them give us some of their personal information. So let's have a full first name. Let's get email. Let's get a phone, and then move that phone down 1, and then let's get some terms and conditions, which is all the way down here at the bottom. Cool. If you wanted to have any of this scored, you could score this question, but the rest of them you wouldn't be able to, and that's just from here, and then you'd be able to give it a score. But now that I have this set up, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to save, and I'm going to grab this preview link, and we're going to preview this question. We're going to preview this, and if you can believe it, if you're watching this and you're going to stay to the end, you're going to see. You will have this turned into this by the end of it, right? This is how we're going to do this in just a second. Okay, so you'll see the style is going to be a little bit different, but we are going to go into our PrettyQuizCodes dashboard. First thing I want to do though, grab this preview link, and now we're going to head on over into PrettyQuizCodes. And now I don't need to create a new sub account, but if this was something where you were starting this out, you could create your own sub account here, get some more information, pick the niche that you're in, and then your city, your state, and then that would allow you to create it. But since I already have this, let's go over to example, and this is where it's going to take you inside of that sub account. I need to stop moving this back and forth, but I know where we're headed, so I needed to head over here. I apologize. If you do need to make any edits to a sub account, you can do that here. It'll drop down, give you that opportunity. this is where we can create quizzes for that custom CSS. Add quiz, you're going to go to free build because this is where you can just add in the URL. Quiz URL input, and here we go. You're going to add this here, paste, and it's going to detect everything inside of your quiz for you. Now, I want you to choose the colors that you need for your quiz. Let's make it fun. So this primary color, I typically like to make primary colors a little bit darker. That just typically gives me a better result. What do I feel like making here today? I don't know if this has to be the most creative thing that I'm going to do with my day, but let's go with that. So we're going to apply, and you'll see that it applied the headline color as well. Now this accent color, I did like the idea of making it something fun, so we're going to apply that. The background color, this is what the quiz is going to look like in the background. So let's make it something a little different. So let's go with like a tan. We're going to apply that. If you have a brand logo, throw the URL there. That is what you saw whenever this popped up. That's what would pop up on your quiz. And I recommend that you host that from inside of your GoHighLevel where the media area is. Okay, and so what you want to do is you want to go down to media storage, and media storage is where you are going to host your live link for said business logo. So let's say that I wanted to get the link here, and then I would take it in to my account, and this is where I would want to paste that loader screen. And the loader screen is going to be the same as your primary color. That's what it pulls from, just so you know, just so you are aware. And now we're going to apply all these codes. So this takes us to the next step. And so we have all of the codes. You can see that it understood what we were getting, what we were doing. And now we need to decide what type of question we're going to create. So we have a button stack, we have image grid, we have the expert card. If I wanted to use an expert card, then I need to also have the image URL for this, and that would be something that I would need to create and go back in and add. Now, if I wanted to do a text button stack, or if I wanted to do something of this extent, the difference between text button stack and 2x2 image grid is we have the image URLs here, and that's what we would want to create with. So you would then, let's say, same thing, like I'll show you, I'm using a different computer. No, that's not it. Let's see, is it? There it is. Okay, so I'm just going to create the same one here. So that way you can see what this looks like. This is going to all be the image that you saw earlier, which was the PrettyQuizCodes image from before. So whenever I click generate codes, this is what's going to happen. So that code has been generated for you, and now let's preview it. And now you see that all of those images are already in, and whenever I click it, it's going to make that selection, and that's what's going to auto advance. So what we want to do is grab this, we're going to copy this in, and then we are going to head back over to our quiz, which we were building in this screen. And to add that premium code, we need to grab this HTML and throw it on top, okay? And so now we just, which one was it? Yep, there we go. So now we have it in, and now it shows up exactly the way we want it to, okay? And what we want to do is we want to go back in and do that for each step. So now HTML goes on this block. We're going to go back to our build. Going to go here to long answer, which is already created because that's the only one that it could be. And it's already generated that code. So now we're going to preview it just to make sure that it looks okay. Sure, we can type in there. And now we're going to copy. We're going to head back over, and we are going to throw that in. And then next we have our rating. So HTML on top. And we are going to hit this here. So we have the rating, and this read everything the way that it was supposed to. The code's already generated, so let's preview it. And now we have the stars. But each one of those have their own SVGs. And those are things that I already went through and found, so we'll have access to all 5 of them. So what we're going to do, we're going to regenerate that code, and then we're going to copy it and take it back over to our selector. Let's see. And now we're going to go to the upload our file. So We're going to go back down here, upload file, and then since that's the only one that it could have been, generate that code and preview it. And this is going to give us the ability to upload that file. So we're going to go back, add that in, and there we go. And so now whenever someone wants to, they can have it. If you don't put the back button as being live, this isn't going to work in the quiz. So let's do that since I just saw it. So we go to settings and then we go down to back button. This is where you want to turn that on. Scroll to the top, so every time they submit something, it takes them back up to the top in case they're lower on the screen. And then here we can decide what they're going to see. If you want to have a results page, you can. I'm not a big fan of that. I like to redirect to URL, so that way they go somewhere that I want them to go to specifically. I'm routing them to the next step of that journey. But for today, we're just going to go to the homepage of PrettyQuizCodes.com. So that way, that's the way that that works. And then it looks good to me. So then we are going to go back to edit and we're going to do this one last time. So this contact field, we're going to throw that HTML there. And now we are going to grab it from the contact information and generate the code. Preview, and let's see, we have full name, email, phone number, I agree, and then see my results. If you don't want this exclamation or celebration, you can take that out and it's very simple. So that way we're not having to deal with it. If you did want to keep it, you can just leave that in. So we have copy that here. Let's head back over to our custom CSS and it is that one there. And now we have everything that we need. So whenever someone's filling this in, I agree to terms, see my results. Now, the information down here is still going to show if we don't do the next step, which the next step is extremely important. Again, you're wanting to know how to make premium custom quizzes. I'm showing it to you right now. So we're going to go back out of there. We are going to go to our advanced step, head down to custom CSS, and this is where we are going to get it. So head back over to your workspace, and there's one step that we need to do, which is getting that advanced custom CSS and that footer HTML. So we're going to copy and head back in, and now we can paste that in, close that out, and our footer HTML, same thing. We are going to copy and then paste that in, yes, save. So everything should be hidden. And that's also going to have our loader screen as well as a few other things that are going to make the rest of the quiz run effectively. Now, last thing that I will say is that if you want this quiz to have a custom domain, then what you want to do is you want to go back to your workspace, and this is where we would add that landing page embedded code in. And this gives us the ability to have a premium your account name or your domain, and then just slash and then whatever that keyword is that they submitted. So let's say that they have well, that's a bigger place, so I'll talk to you about that in a different video, but this is where we would copy that embedded code, and that would go directly into a landing page. All right, now what we want to do is we want to save this, and we are going to preview it in a new tab and see how everything runs. I hope everything looks great. This is the test. Here. All right, and looks like the loading screen is up, so that allows the quiz to load behind it and doesn't show it doing all the jankiness of it trying to load on the screen, and then just shows them with the first question. And now we have option number one. Then we have our long answer. Long answer is going to give us the ability to type whatever we want in. And so now we can click next, taking us to the next rating, which obviously the best. Perfect. Now we get to our file upload. So file upload, let's see, will it allow it? It does. So let's go with a screenshot and let's see what happens. There we go. Green uploaded and it's ready to go. It's holding it. And now we get into the contact information. So Jane Smith, and then we have a test email at gmail.com. And now we have our test phone number, agree to terms, and now everything's good. So as soon as they go through all the steps, they're able to submit. And once we submit, because I put it through that they were going to have to go to a different page, it's going to submit this through, but now we are going, Invalid phone number. How did it know? All right, let's see. All right, let's give that a try. Is it still up? All right, and it took it. So now we get to go to PrettyQuizCodes. If you are looking for custom CSS, if you're looking to design quizzes that are this quick and this professional, and that's just the beginning. That was a very fast build. Everything else you can design in the account. Then head on over to PrettyQuizCodes, grab that premium quiz now, and you will also, if you are part of the first 150 people to buy, you will get a free premium CSS from yours truly. I will email you and you will get that within 48 hours of you telling me exactly what you want. So I hope that you found this helpful. If you found this video helpful, then go ahead and click this, because I think you'll find this next video helpful. It's where I go over some more information on how to design quizzes to make sure that your quiz experience is exactly what you want it to be. All right, see you in the next one.